Welcome back to vlog 29 from this tiny tropical garden. This week started with a lot of rain. Not to say that the plants didn't need it, and the raindrops actually look really good on the Alchemilla mollis, or lady's mantle as it's common name. And when I looked a little bit closer, the beneficial insects are starting to control the aphid population already. But it's been a mixed week. It's gone from heavy rain to extremely warm and windy weather, which has actually been great for encouraging some plants to bloom, like this Lampranthus, which we planted as cuttings a few weeks back. And the warmer weather has also encouraged the lavender cuttings that we planted out a couple of weeks back to grow away really well. But it's not all good. I've suspected this for a while, and I've been keeping my eye on these plants. But now, our Canna musifolia are showing clear signs of Canna Virus. The yellow stripes and mottled leaves are clear signs of Canna Virus. And the only way to keep it under control is to remove the plants and destroy them. Canna Virus is spread by aphids from one infected canna to any other cannas in your garden. Some cannas can shrug off the virus and they'll just keep growing. But I didn't want to risk infecting my other plants, so I did the safe option and I removed the plants, which is actually a very difficult decision to make, because you know I was looking for this species of canna for a long time. These cannas will be burnt or taken to the local garden waste centre, where they treat the garden waste with extremely high temperatures so any viruses will be destroyed. And I've heard that they don't only infect cannas. Canna virus can actually spread to your Insetti red bananas as well, and this was a risk I really didn't want to take. I didn't want to sacrifice these lush, healthy canna leaves, so I'm glad I've taken this precaution, and there seems to be a lot of canna virus around at the moment, so be sure to keep an eye on your own canna plants. Especially because at this time of year, the aphids and the aphid farming ants are very active. It did, however, mean I had an opportunity to reassess the planting in the raised bed. I'd been looking at the shrubs planted at the back of the border for a long time, considering whether to move the evergreens closer to the house and moving the darker leaved deciduous shrubs back. But this week I took the plunge and I actually did it, and I'm really happy that I did. By having the darker leaves at the back of the border, it creates the illusion of more depth. It also means that in winter, when these shrubs lose their leaves, they won't be the primary focus because the evergreens are closer to the house and will have this lovely contrast to the Magnolia grandiflora, Fatsia polycarpa, and Gracillenia littoralis variegata all through the winter. And it gave me the opportunity to purchase a couple of new plants to fill the gaps where the infected cannas were. This is Ligularia the Rocket. It has lovely broad leaves with a really deeply serrated edge. And at this time of year, it puts up a really tall flower spike that holds a tower of yellow flowers. I've planted it at the base of the banana but beside the Paulownia tree, because they have similar complementary leaf shapes, but the serrated edge adds a nice contrast. I then sourced a golden fuchsia to add to the bed. This plant is Fuchsia genii. It sits really nicely next to the golden variegation of the Gracillenia. And the suspended pink and purple bellflowers really complement the dark reds and purples of the other plants in the bed. These two plants have helped add a real green vibrancy to the bed, where I felt the colour purple was just becoming far too dominant. Whereas now, the purple just acts as a tool to help the green pop and stand out. So with these changes done, it was time for me to stand back and just see how the garden looks as a whole. Other than the fact the grass needs a cut, I'm happy with how it looks so far, but I'm sure I'll find changes and gaps to fill. This week, I've been really enjoying watching a family of house sparrows visit the garden. Every day they all come in, feed and play in the stream. It's great fun to watch. And this young family of sparrows will also be helping to keep the population of pest insects in control. And this is all part of the natural balance we're trying to restore in our garden. And I'm so happy that our tiny tropical garden is getting to a point that the closer I look, the more beneficial insects I see. But outside of my garden, do you remember I carried that dying Geranium madurensi up to my parents' garden just to let it go to seed? Well, this is how it looks now, and I think it's time to start harvesting some of those seeds. Each of the pollinated flower heads contains 5 seeds, and it's just a case of picking them off and rolling them around to release the seeds. I'll store these in a paper envelope until I'm ready to sow them. This time of year is great in the garden because you're starting to see all of the plants really fill out their space. Be sure to check out the new Tiny Tropical Garden website, where there's articles as well as videos about tropical and exotic gardening. And don't forget to hit subscribe. Thanks for watching.